Alright guys, so we are going to be looking at savings and loans again today. We're going to be looking at them at the same time though, rather than kind of looking at them separately. So just real quick in your chart, just to kind of remind you what all the things stand for. N is the number of months. So remember, you're going to have to do 12 times the number of years. I is your interest. Interest. Okay, remember that's as a percent. PV is the starting value. Payment is your monthly charge. FV is the end value. And then these last two are both 12. So remember that when you are giving money to the bank, this is like your savings. Okay, then remember the value needs to be negative. Versus when they're giving you money, even though you're borrowing it and it's a loan, it counts as a positive. So just keep that in mind, that when they're giving you money back, that's actually a positive PV in your chart. Okay, savings account, remember that your previous value is always going to be negative. And then remember that for a loan, your previous value will always be positive. Okay, also remember that for a loan, I'm going to add this in here too, your future value needs to be 0. Okay? Then remember that the finance charge is the amount that you pay in fees on top of your PV. Okay, so they're going to make you pay an extra amount, and so typically that's what your finance charge is. So, take a look at the first example. Rakeem opened a savings account with $600. The account has 5.5% interest. He'll save $40 each month for the next 4 years. How much will be in the account at that time? So, savings account, Rakeem is sending his money to the bank, so his PV is negative 600. Even though it's still really his, he's giving it to the bank. Okay, then 5.5% is his interest rate. He's going to save $40 each month, so his payment is negative 40 as well. Okay, then it says for 4 years, so that'd be 12 times 4. Then from there, future value is what we're looking for. We want to know how much will be in the account. So that's our future. Remember, these last two guys are 12, as they have been for everything. So go ahead and get into your finance app. Remember that that's here, the purple button. So apps, enter, should pull it up for you. We want 12 times 4 for our years, 5.5% interest, negative 600 for our PV, and then negative 40 for our payments. And then remember to solve, you're going to push alpha, which is here, and then enter on the quantity you're solving on. So if she continues to do that, then she'll end up with $2,889.38. Okay, so that will be her ending amount. Okay, and then remember it's alpha enter to solve. Okay, go ahead and turn the page. Okay, next one says Janice wants to buy a new Ford Escape for $20,000. Her parents are willing to put down $2,000 towards her down payment. She qualifies for a loan with 6% interest for 8 years. How much will her monthly payments be? Okay, so first thing, remember that if she's making a down payment, you always minus that off the cost of the car. So if it's $20,000, but she's minusing $2,000 off, okay, remember to get out of your thingy, you're going to do second quit. So I'm going to do 20,000 minus 2,000. So she's only borrowing 18,000. That's my PV. Now, this is a little backwards from what you would think, but remember that that counts as a positive because the bank is giving her $18,000 to use to buy her car. Okay, then it says she qualifies for a loan with 6% interest, and she's going to get an 8-year note, so that'd be 12 times 8. Then it says, how much will her monthly payments be? That's my question mark. And then remember, for a loan, your future value is 0 because you don't want to owe the bank anything in the future. So we're going back, apps, enter. 12 times 8 is my years, times my months, 6% interest. We're borrowing $18,000 from the bank. We don't know our payment yet, but our future value we want to be 0. And then remember, in order to solve, you push alpha, enter. So her monthly payments would be $236.54. $236 and technically it's 55 cents because the 4 rounds up because it's followed by a 5. Okay? Remember that for the payback of the loan, you're going to take the payment and you're going to multiply by 12 times the number of years, because you want to know if she pays this much each month times 12 months in a year times that many years, this is how much she's going to give back to the bank. So let's see how much that is. Second quit, I'm going to take 236.55 times 12 months times 8 years. So she's going to end up paying back $22,708. $22,708.80. Now, keep in mind that she's not borrowing that much. Okay, she is actually borrowing $80,000. Or I'm sorry, I said that wrong. $18,000. So if she's paying back this much, but she only borrowed this much, then her finance charge is the difference between those two. So I'll do 22,708.80 minus 18,000, and whatever extra amount she paid them, that's what her finance charge is. So I'm gonna minus 18 grand. Her finance charge was $4,708.80. Next one says, James wants to buy a home for $180,000. The bank requires a 15% down payment. James is apparently a girl, qualifies for a loan with 4% interest for 30 years. How much will the down payment be? Okay, remember that 15 is my percent. I need to multiply that by the price of the home. And that's going to tell me how much he has to pay up front. Okay, it says the bank requires that. So if he has to pay 15%, he has to pay $27,000 up front. $27,000 up front. Now remember, that's his down payment. He is only going to borrow what he still needs. So I'll take the price of the house, $180,000. I'll minus off the $27,000 he'll have already paid, and whatever's left over. Okay, $180,000 minus $27,000. Okay, he's only going to have to borrow $153,000. Okay, $153,000. And that's going to go here for your PV. Now, keep in mind that because he's borrowing it from the bank, okay, they're giving him the money that counts as a positive $153,000. Okay, it says his interest rate is going to be 4%. And it says he's going to have it for 30 years, so 12 times 30. And then my payments is what we don't know, so we're going to leave that with a question mark. Future value, 0, because we remember we want our James to be able to pay off his or her own loan. So, apps, enter, open it up. 12 times 30, 4 for my percent. He's only borrowing $153,000. Okay, we don't know that, and then our future value is 0. Then remember, I come back to the value I want to know with the question mark on it, and I push alpha, enter. Okay, alpha, enter. And that will solve it for you. Okay, so he's going to have to pay $730.45. Also keep in mind here that it's coming out as a negative because he's going to be paying that money to the bank. So anytime he's letting go of his money to pay it, that counts as a negative. Okay, his payback will be his payments multiplied by the number of months in a year multiplied by the number of years. So in this case, I'm going to take my $730.45. I'm going to multiply it by 12 and then 30. So $730.45 multiplied by 12 months in a year multiplied by 30 years. So the payback will be $262,962. $262,962. Okay. Then remember that his finance fee or his finance charge is going to be whatever extra he ended up having to pay. So I'm going to do $262,962 minus $153,000. Subtract those two numbers and we'll see how much extra he ended up having to pay the bank. Okay, so let's put this up here. $262,962 minus $153,000. He paid a total of $109,962. I said that number weird, but you get the idea. Okay, that's basically as a charge to the bank for him being able to use their money to purchase the home. Okay. All right, couple more left. Gerald wants to buy an, I think this should be an ATV, for $4,500. He has $800 cash and he'll need to finance the rest. So when he borrows, he's not going to borrow the whole $4,500 because it looks like he's already saved up $800 in cash. So I'm going to do $4,500 minus the $800. And whatever's left over, that's how much he's going to actually have to finance. So Gerald is only going to be borrowing $3,700. Now, think about if that should be positive or negative. The bank is giving him that money to spend. So it would be a positive. Then it says he was approved for a loan with 6% interest. And it says he'll pay it back with monthly payments of $160. Now notice that my $160 has to come out to be negative or else it's not a payment. So payments are always negative because you're giving them the money. Question mark is going to go up here because it says how long. So App Center, enter. Type it in. We don't know this, and notice that if you clear out what's in there and try to get off of it, okay, your calculator is not going to let you move. So remember, you need to type in anything for now and then we'll go back to it. 6%, $3,700, paying $160 a month, and then paying it all the way down to 0. Okay, then alpha, enter to solve. So it's 24.636. So we'll just put that at 24.6. But notice that this is the number of months. So if I want to know how many years that is, remember that this always has an extra times 12 in it. So I need to remember to go back and divide that 12 out. So if I do 24.6 and I divide that into years, which would be 12 months each, that is about 2 years. Okay? So remember, just like we times by 12 to put it into the chart, we have to divide by 12 to take it out of the chart. Okay? Go ahead and turn the page, please. Okay, oh look, only one left. Okay, it says Bridget opens a savings account with $500. She qualifies for a savings account with 7% interest. She doesn't make any additional deposits. So she's giving the bank her $500. That's a PV of negative 500. Okay, then it says that she qualifies for 7% interest. And then it says she's going to keep the money in her account for 10 years. So that'd be 12 months times 10 years. Now, notice that if she doesn't make deposits, her payments will be 0 because she's not putting any money into the account each month besides that initial first deposit. Okay, so let's see what we get. App Center, enter. 12 times 10 up here at the top. 7% interest. Negative 500 is what she opened the account with. She will not be making any payments, and then we're solving on our future value. So it looks like her $500 will turn into $1,000 about. So 1,004.6 5.83. Okay, then it says, how much interest did she earn? Well, remember, her interest is only the extra money that she got because she kept it in her account. So kind of like a finance charge, it's like the money she makes off of the bank. So I would do $1,004.83 minus the 500 she already put in. Because remember, she already had that, right? So I'll do 1,004.83 minus 500. And everything that's left over is going to be what her extra amount of her interest is. So she got $504.83 in interest. Okay? All right, so you are working on your homework assignment, and then slight change of plans just to make sure that you guys know this. We are going to do test corrections in class on Monday. Okay, so if you have not taken your test, you're going to have to take it tomorrow in class since I am not here today. But you're going to have to do your test tomorrow so that you can correct it on Monday. So if you haven't already done that, be expecting that tomorrow. You can bring your review with you if you want, and I'll see y'all mañana. Have a good day.